How's it going, guys? iGenius here with my first installment of my Call of Duty 4 weapons analysis series. Today I'm going to be discussing the Gavor 3, more commonly known as the G3. Uh, yes, it is pronounced Gavor, not Gewer like some think. So, anyway, sorry to be a little bit snobby there. But anyway, I'm going to give you a little bit of background information about the G3 to start off with, so pardon my nerdiness. Uh, it was first developed after World War II by the company Heckler& Koch. Heckler& Koch paired up with a Spanish company whose name I cannot pronounce worth a darn. So anyway, I'm just going to call them by their initials, CETME. Heckler& Koch and CETME paired up and created an assault rifle with single shot and fully automatic capabilities. In the 1950s, the West German military adopted it as the G3, and the rest is history. Alright, let's talk firepower for a moment. The ammunition used for the G3 is a 7.62 by 51 millimeter shot. That's the same ammunition used for the M40A3 sniper rifle, the M14 assault rifle, the M21 sniper rifle, and the R700 sniper rifle. So, if you're a sniper and you don't want a pistol as a sidearm, then the G3 make a good substitute because you can share ammo between the same guns. But anyway, the G3 delivers a 100 to 160 damage, which makes it one of the highest in the game. The damage multipliers are 1.4 for a headshot and 1 for a chest and limb shot. Without bandolier, the G3 starts off with 40 bullets, not including the 20-shot magazine. With bandolier, the G3 has a total of 120 shots, not including the 20-shot magazine. Alright, now I'm going to do my rating of the gun. The G3 gets a 5 out of 5 points for firepower because it only takes a couple shots to bring down a target. As far as accuracy goes, it gets 4 out of 5 points because when aiming down the iron sights, it is one of the most accurate guns in the game. But due to horrible hipfire accuracy, I've got to cut off a point because, you know. Anyway, for range, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5 because, as is with every gun, the accuracy drops as range increases. The fire rate is the Achilles heel for this gun. If you have a slow trigger, it can be a disaster. But if you can pop out a lot of ammo really, really fast, you will love it. This is definitely one of the most popular guns to use for all those retarded, no-skill involved mod users. So that's right. Get skill or get out. That's what I always say. Anyway, I'll give it a 1 out of 5 for fire rate because it is single shot. Anyway, in appearance, I'll give it a 3 out of 3 because it is one sexy gun. That's right. I said it. I prefer my G3 with a little bit of blue tiger or digital camo, so yeah. Overall, the G3 gets a 17.5 out of possible 23 points, thanks to the magical calculator in my head and the one right next to me. That is 76% of possible points were achieved. But don't let that fool you. It is one of the best guns in the game when used in the right hands. But anyway, now with that out of the way, I want to talk about the maps, the best maps to use. Some people ask me, what are the best maps to use for the G3 because it is such an interesting, diverse gun. But I would use it on mid to long range maps, such as Crossfire, Ambush, Overgrown, etc. But because you want to take out opponents' range, if you are at close range, the G3 is one of the worst weapons in the game because with close range brings probability of hipfire encounters, and as previously stated, G3 is a horrible hipfire gun. So anyway, when choosing a gun, in a mid to long range map, choose an assault rifle like the G3 or maybe an M14 or AK-47, anything but the M16. I highly discourage the M16 usage anytime. Alright, now let's talk attachment and perks. The best attachment to use for the gun is probably the silencer. The silencer provides stealth, but decreases range dramatically. I mean, it is almost horrible at range. But anyway, I would definitely not use the red dot sight or the ACOG because the G3 already has some of the best iron sights in the game, in my opinion. Um, Using the red dot or the ACOG would just do it no service. But anyway, for the perks, the best perk system to use for the G3 has got to be my standard perk system for assault rifles. Perk 1 has to be Bandolier. Can't stress this enough. The amount of ammo jumps from 40 shots to 120. You want that extra ammo so you can take down opponents, build a streak, get your choppers, etc., etc., so on and so forth. Alright, now perk 2 is your choice, but I would choose stopping power. Excuse me. Even though it is already one of the most powerful guns in the game, stopping power gives it the ability to kill an opponent in 1 to 2 well-placed shots, and 1 to 2 shots definitely in hardcore. So it's definitely my favorite gun to use in hardcore because you can kill an opponent so quickly. But not much of a hardcore player anyway. So anyway, the third perk I would use, but this one's also up to you. But my favorite one to use is Dead Silence because you can hear a lot better, without hearing your own footsteps, and opponents won't also be able to hear you because you have Dead Silence on, and you can sneak up on them easier. Well, unless if I skipped anything, I think that's it for this episode. Tune in next time as I discuss the R700 sniper rifle. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.